quick overview of what feminism has done, do you think that it's a good thing for women, or do you think that it's a bad thing for women? Like, do you think that we should have more restrictions on women, or women should have more freedom and more choice, like we do today?
I think, yes, feminism to me is more extreme than just wanting women to have rights, right? It's wanting there to be complete equality, right? So there's a draft. Women should go too, not just men, right? That's feminism to me, that extreme thing. And that's what men say. Oh, you want equality? Okay, you want to go over to the draft? You want to do that? You want to go overseas and fight a war?
Yeah.
But that is pure equality, right?
Yeah.
That's feminism. That's the extreme version of it. I mean, women can have rights. Obviously, we have the right to vote.
Also in military,
right?
lowering the standards to be a police officer.
Right,
we lower the standards for the woman, so that's not essentially
but
equal.
having certain, right, I don't believe in feminism.
So you
right?
don't believe in it? Okay.
No, I don't believe in it because the average woman doesn't believe in it, right? They want a man to provide. They want a man to do that, right? Yes, they'll work, but they want the man to also be a man, right?
Okay.
So is there an equal?
Cool.
If a man approaches her trying to say something or come at her, right? She wants the man to protect her. Where is the equality in that, right?
Yeah.
She's not going to stand up to this man.
Move over a little bit this way for me. Move your chair.
Oh, all right.
More that way. So you could be in the camera more. I was just looking. There you go. Yeah, speak that way.
Yes. So.
Okay, now, ladies, who disagrees with what Emily said? No one disagrees with that. So
it's tricky. Yeah.
It's really tricky
Don't be
because
shy.
we still want our rights, and we still want to be healthy, and we still want to be able to have our options to have birth control or to or terminate a pregnancy or whatever. Because right now we don't really. We're losing them, really.
Right. But it's not complete equality that we see.
Right, but I don't want to be completely equal to a man.
But why is it bad that we don't want women to kill babies?
I mean,
What?
it's
coming out left field
it's
right
taking
yeah, say that a different way.
it's taking the option away from
remember?
Well, yeah, you can't say it.
it's
Those
taking
two words
the
together.
decision away from us. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Why should we not have the right to choose what's going on in our body?
I got a question.
You know,
That's
we
a
want
big-
those.
I'm
We
big
want
on- I'm big
those
on that.
rights.
Yeah.
So
I'm big
I'll
on
tell
that. I don't even-
because before Plan Bs, before abortions, we weren't having a lot of that going on. Ever since Plan B and Planned Parenthood came about, 1 million babies are killed
That's actually
a year.
not fully true because
Yes, it
there was
is.
because in history,
way more-
in history we made smortion
we did.
illegal. It was illegal to allow that, and you know what happened is
certain
doctors
states.
did it. They did them illegally, and people died excessively because we were not given the proper care to begin with. I don't remember what year it was, but it was a long.
It's not going to stop it.
Our technology is better now. We have better doctors now.
Right.
So-
all
How long
it takes
is it
is a
gonna stop
pill
it?
now.
Yeah,
All it
so
takes is a pill
prohibition.
now.
So sometimes
Come on.
when you read certain things, you have to critically think. Because I read studies all the time, and I know certain studies are lies because they don't adhere to the laws of logic. So the laws of logic in order to be a rational being, you must adhere to the laws of logic so you can see if this is right or if it makes sense. So when you say something like, well, prior to we legalized abortion, it was illegal and there was just as many abortions.
Right.
We can critically think and say, well, let's compare it to something. Let's compare it to weed, right? Think about this. So prior to weed being illegal, because weed was just illegal a few years ago, people were smoking weed.
Right.
People were smoking weed. They were doing it illegally. So it's not like it was never like people wasn't smoking weed. They were still doing it. And people was selling a whole lot of weed. Now you can go to a dispensary and get it. So you don't got to go do some backdoor teen mom stuff to get it. You don't have to sell it like this. You can go ahead and get a weed card and try to sell it legally. So it'll be silly to say that, well, there's less people smoking weed now than it was when it was illegal. We would have to say that logically thinking, critically thinking, it's legal when you're 18 years old now. And not even this, you can actually get a weed card just by saying you have anxiety. Guess what? Anxiety, you can't even measure anxiety. You go to a shrink or a doctor and you say, I feel anxious all the time. They don't say, well, let me go in your brain and diagnose it and say, oh, wow, you do have anxiety. No, you just make a complaint. Once you make that complaint, you get a weed card. There's more people smoking weed legally now than ever before. Not even just legally. Illegally and legally, more people are smoking weed. Because imagine, I can get weed legally and sell it to people that don't got their weed card. So it's more people getting abortions now.
But the point of the argument isn't that that it's going to keep happening because whether or not it's legal or not, right? The point is with the abortion.
I'm saying that it's happening more now.
No, it's not about happening more. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, what are you speaking about?
The point of the argument is that when you make abortion illegal, yes, it keeps happening, but people die. Children still die. Women die.
So
right? Incest victims die. Victims die. Die.
Yeah,
right. So this isn't.
Conflate,
it's not about weed.
I got you. I see your argument.
You know what I mean? It's
with
the
that argument there, we are talking about C-sections. So prior to the invention of a C-section, yes, more women were dying from birth, from being pregnant. We've discovered C-sections and invented that surgical procedure before we made abortion legal. Right. So we have statistical stats on it that shows that, well, once the doctors can do the procedure of a C-section, right, women that would die during pregnancy went way lower because those are the reasons why they were dying. Yeah. So after C-sections, no, women wasn't experiencing as much death during pregnancy. Right. So abortions, most women that get abortions is because their feelings, oh, I had sex with the wrong guy and I don't want the baby by this guy, so I'm going to get an abortion. Okay.
That's like less than 2%.
Well, rape is a small percentage. I said most.
But that's not always the case, though, of why they're doing it. Maybe financially they can't even provide for that child, or maybe they have their own health issues and they know it would already cause issues for that reason. Or, maybe they know they can't actually carry, they get pregnant. There's so many other reasons why someone would need that. It's not just because, I just don't want a baby.
It seemed like they were irresponsible because before Plan B, before abortions, women were having sex more responsibly. Now, ever since Plan B and Planned Parenthood came about, women are like, okay, well, now I can have sex and be irresponsible and I could be able to legally get rid of the baby.
Well, shouldn't it be our right to choose that if we want to?
We can argue the morality of why people choose and what's right and what's wrong, but at the end of the day, that's not the point, right? You illegalize it, people die.
So children, if choice is what women are fighting for, well, I want choice. I want the ability to choose to do whatever I want. Right. Do you think that you create more peace with choice or more chaos with choice?
Well, I stand on facts. Harm reduction, right?
Do you think in order to create peace in a good, peaceful society, do you think that would be giving people more choice or restricting choice? What creates more peace?
I think there needs to be a balance.
Okay, fair enough, but I'm just asking you, black and white, what will create more choice? Restricting some peace.
Well, that's why there's government, because people can't figure this out for themselves.
Okay, so I'll just make an analogy to it. So contraceptives are legal. All women can take a Plan B. We got condoms, and you can terminate your unborn children. With this being said, the rate of promiscuity increased when contraceptives came out because you had a higher stake in the man that you chose to have sex with when there wasn't no condoms, when you couldn't take a Plan B, when you couldn't terminate your unborn child. You were more choosy and more selective in the guy that you chose to have sex with. Mm-hmm. But now we giving you more choice. It's like, wow, I could have a Plan B all the way to Plan Z. So I don't care if I have sex with Jerry today because, if he knocks me up or the condom breaks, I'll just go ahead and get an abortion. You know what I'm saying? So the logical conclusion would have to say that, well, when we gave women more sexual choice, sexual liberation with contraceptives, this increased the promiscuity rate in women and in men. Right? Is promiscuity a good thing or a bad thing? Show of hands if it's a good thing. All right. So we all pretty much think that promiscuity is a negative thing for women to be and men to be like just crazy promiscuous, right? So my statement is that you don't just give people choice to do whatever they want because it's illegal to steal, kill, and do many other things. But there's many other things that we should restrict and be intolerant of certain behaviors in order to create peace instead of chaos. Because we would say right now that the dating marketplace with men and women being promiscuous isn't it chaotic? Yes. You can't trust anyone, right? Mm-hmm. So think about it. Guess what? If homies couldn't put on a strap and a chick couldn't take a plan B, well, I would really want to get to know you, Bridget. And Bridget, you would really want to get to know me.
Question.
Okay.
Okay, ladies. Hypothetical, right? Let's say you meet someone that's on the same level as you, right? Mentally, right? Right. And you think that they check all the boxes, all your boxes, right? And then you're dating blissfully for a couple months, you start businesses, you do all that, right? And then a girl messages you, a fake profile messages you videos of that man doing things with other men.
Well, this sounds too personal.
How would you react?
What?
Okay, so first thing I would do is save the video and see when it was taken in my phone.
No,
and the
it's from the
location.
past.
Oh, okay.
It's from the past, but she's letting you know he does this.
I got a better question. So
Yeah.
it's going to be the same question, but a more easier one for them to answer. So if you found out that the man that you're currently dating used to also date men, would you be accepting of that? Would you be tolerant of that or intolerant?
Intolerant.
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 Intolerant. I would tolerate it.
How would you act if he was doing it behind your back?
Oh, behind my. Oh, we're talking about.
Wait, no. Hold on.
during.
Answer my question first. So you
Are we
said,
talking about during or like before?
well, my question is this: so if the man had a sexual past, you're in a relationship with him, but you find out that he used to have anal sex with men, that's feces on the ponga.
Well, hopefully he cleans his junk before moving on with me, but I would tolerate it because for me, that's a double standard for me because I date women too in the past. So I cannot.
Hold on.
I cannot.
That's much different.
Right, but you're asking me as me, right? You're asking me or generalizing? Like, I don't know how to generalize that because I'm asking you. Okay, so that's why I would be tolerant of it because he would have to tolerate my past. So I cannot get mad at him for doing that in the past.
But
That's why I
there's
think
so here's the thing.
That's me.
There's a difference, and I see where you're coming from because you dealt with women before, so you're logically thinking like, well, I was attracted. We're late, probably not. I was attracted to the opposite sex and did things with the opposite sex. So if the man I was attracted to the same sex and did things with the same sex. So if the man did things with the same sex, well, it's like the same. Now the thing is, men and women are different. And the things that you did with another woman is not the same things that he did with another man. Yeah, men, we have a tool, and our tools go in things. So the behind anal sex carries parasites.
There's men
real quick.
Women.
The vagina does not carry parasites.
Correct.
It carries bacteria.
Right.
So doing anal sex, what gay men would do, is haram. It's disgusting. It's not to say that. It's not to say that. Let me just finish my point. I'll let you go. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's not to say that lesbian sex. I think that they're both immoral from my worldview, but I would say that from a physical aspect and a biological aspect, two gay men is much worse than two gay women from the physical sexual aspect. And think about it. The AIDS and HIV rate is extremely high because through the anal canal carries the parasite.
Understood. That's where when you are dating someone that, the STD checks come in and that clears and then you guys move on.
Now let's get to the masculinity factor. If the man that you're currently dating was submitting to another man, when you look at your man, you would say that you look for a leader, right?
Correct.
And a man to embody certain characteristic traits like, being masculine and things like this. Is the man that was being bent over and penetrated and sucking,
Oh God.
how can he still hold any type of masculinity?
He don't at that point. No.
Okay, so then you would.
That he's submitting to someone else, and me, I cannot submit to another submitter.
Okay, all right. So, give me pounds. Now you're thinking you can't submit to another submitter.
Right.
You just can't do it. It's like that's weird. Right. So now, with that being said, would you change your answer and be intolerant of that behavior?
that would be hypocritical of me to do that.
But what we just seen that is not hypocritical because it's not the same.
So if I see a video of him getting bent over,
No. I'm saying specific? This. So a hypocrite.
Because it matters to me because I cannot judge his past like that if I have a past like that too.
No, but it wouldn't be hypocrisy because there's a difference between what you did with women and what he did with women. No, like overall, like within the act, within everything, it's much different.
In her eyes, she's saying like being gay is gay, whether it's man or woman, it's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying here with the disease and stuff, all that. I get all that.
Even with the masculinity, though.
With the masculine. Now, if he's the one getting bent over, then no, I cannot move on with him because like I said before, I can't.
So if he wasn't the one getting bent over.
Okay, so if he wasn't the bottom, you would take him.
If he wasn't the bottom, I take him. Yes.
Wow.
Dirty Wayne.
I can't.
Red flag.
I guess. Yes, obviously.
Yeah, that's a red flag. You gonna take?
Sorry, Julie. You're gonna have to take an L on that one, Julie.
Yeah. It's all good, Julie. You being no fugazi. You keeping it no fugazi.
Yeah.
Give it a buzzer.
Sorry.
Well, not for that, but she keeping it no fugazi. We ain't gonna give her no buzzer for no gay junk. But yeah, it's pause, bro. Pause. Nigga, did you go to a Diddy party? No, I'm playing. He's my dog. Okay, fair enough. This is a weird conversation that was brought up by her. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.